So before we kind of turn away from the Super Bowl, we did have our little adopt a team draft, and King Kyle over here, once again,
At it again.
sealed the deal.
He won again?
He won again.
With the third pick this time.
Yeah,
Man.
that's right. Dang.
Would you stop rubbing it in?
And yes.
For this one, we need to call you Queen Kyle then, right?
I don't know if that's acceptable.
How about you just strike out the music for our
I just want to say,
mock draft
was there a
2.0?
prize on that one? Or we were,
No, I don't think we did a prize.
Okay, haven't been paid for the
Mock
last
draft
one.
2.0 game.
Okay, we'll go to that.
There we go. So this is going to be from Pro Football Focus 2.0's draft with trades, I think was very important here, which is kind of what
Ooh.
caught my eye. So we do have a little bit here. So to start, we got Cincinnati Bengals taking Joe Burrow. Washington Redskins taking edge rusher Chase Young. Miami Dolphins moving up from 5 to 3 with the Detroit Lions. They
Yes.
swapped their 5th. Lions get their 26th overall pick as well. They move up to get Tua Tagovailoa. Number 4, New York Giants take offensive tackle Jedrick Willis out of Alabama. So, I mean, go back to when we did our first game here. Ryan, you took Jeff Okudah for the Lions.
Yes.
I think Micah and Kyle both took Derek Brown, right? So they're still on the board here, both of them. So I'm assuming we're going to stick with that. We're not going to make our own picks here. It's kind of obvious what we're going to do.
Fair
So
enough.
what I will do is I'll just tell you what Pro Football Focus takes, and the pick is in at number 5. And the Detroit Lions select cornerback Jeffrey Okudah out of Ohio State. Basically what they said here is the Lions add an extra first rounder and still get their guy. Okudah was tailor-made to play in a man-heavy defense like Matt Patricia's. He allowed only 12 first downs and 1 touchdown last season. So Ryan, obviously you like that pick. I don't
do.
think we could go against it. I mean, if you guys would rather go defensive line, it is what it is. But what I really wanted to talk about more was we continue to go down this draft here and get to the Lions' second pick at 26 or before. Yeah, surprise, right? All right, so I'll kind of go down a few names that come to light here. Los Angeles Chargers took Justin Herbert. Carolina Panthers, Isaiah Simmons at 7.
Yep.
We'll jump down to Jacksonville at 9. They took Derek Brown out of Auburn. The Jets went with Jerry Jeudy, who was a name that I brought up. I don't really want him to take him. I don't want the Lions to take him first round, but
It'd be
that's,
great.
what I brought up.
It'd be
So,
great if he slips later on, but it probably won't happen.
Yep. So another interesting one, the Indianapolis Colts from the Dallas Cowboys. So it was a trade. They took edge rusher A.J. Epineza out of Iowa. Thought that was kind of interesting. So we're 21. Philadelphia Eagles take wide receiver Henry Ruggs. Here we are, number 22. So this is where the Lions come back into the draft here. So they were down to 26. This is what they say. They're going to trade, or Lions will trade back up to get ahead of the New England Patriots is the key to this pick here. So I'm curious. I don't expect you guys to have a name off the top of your head with all these names off the board. There's a lot of value on this board. So I'm just going to tell you that the pick is in. The pick is in for the Detroit Lions at 22. The Detroit Lions select quarterback Jordan Love out of Utah State. The Lions got the added first-round pick
What?
for the number 3 overall pick and can stand to take some swings for the fences because of it. They come up and jump other teams with veteran quarterbacks to take Love's services. Love finished top 5 in both big-time throws and turnover-worthy plays in the past season. That's the definition of a high-risk, high-reward prospect. Okay. Stupid, right?
Terrible.
That
This
has
is
to make
the
you real mad,
Worst
right?
idea ever.
This is like
Look,
Charles Barkley Turbo.
I love the trade down. I love the taking, the extra 26th pick.
Yeah.
An extra first round, but a quarterback? Look, if you're going to take a quarterback, take Tua. Like, that is more of a risk than taking a guy like Jordan Love, right? Like, why would you give up Tua in this opportunity? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm against the taking Tua thing. But why in the world would you trade out of that pick and still take a quarterback in the first round?
Yeah.
That's not what's going to make this team
makes,
good.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, it blew my mind that this is what this guy did.
And why would you? I mean, yeah, they could take a quarterback and swing for the fences like they're saying because they have a luxury of a second first-round pick, why wouldn't you take a first-round talent on the defensive line? Because that's the other area that we need to address.
Exactly.
You're talking about swinging for the fences. This team is not even playing the same game.
Swinging for the fences
As,
would
like, the
be
Chiefs,
taking
the
Tua. Like,
Yes,
there's
yeah.
no. You are getting. There's so many good players here. You got Grant Delpit, safety out of LSU.
That would be
Chenault,
good.
wide receiver out of Colorado. Marlon Davidson, out of the defensive lineman out of Auburn. It's like you have guys that can come in and play now. Why in the world would you take this guy?
And they need help now.
Yes, exactly. They need help now. This organization needs to win now.
It's do or die. I don't know why he think that would be a future plan.
Yeah, I feel like it's such a
type pick.
Whoever put this draft together, Pro Football Focus, they're completely contradicting themselves. They're saying no, the Lions don't need a quarterback. Wait, well now they do. Later in the draft, like what?
Do you think that's because Tua has come out and said he doesn't want to play for the Lions? Do you think that plays into this?
He said, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he publicly said that he would not play for the Lions.
Yeah.
I thought he
Or
said.
Dad
I
said
thought
it.
he.
His dad said it.
You're right.
Said that he would rather play in Miami, not specifically for the Lions.
They said that they would rather not play for the Lions because
Yeah.
they don't like the doubt of the coaching staff,
Oh,
basically.
okay.
Not necessarily saying that they're a bad coaching staff, but the fact that they're already on the hot seat, why would you want to go there?
Sure,
Right.
sure, gotcha.
Sorry, if I can take you down a real quick tangent that you guys are going to love.
Yeah.
I had no idea that Mahomes was drafted by the Tigers.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Until
right?
like 2 weeks ago.
2014.
Sorry, I wanted to bring that up. It's
It
like
probably would have taken 37 rounds for the Lions to take him, too.
38.
yeah,
Was it 38? Sorry.
I think that pick is out. That's a bad pick.
Yeah,
I need pick is out music.
You have so many opportunities here to add another high-end talent in a position of need. Quarterback is not a position of need, period. End of story. I'm sorry.
I would rather them go after a first-round wide receiver and just add to that depth
Exactly.
than go for a quarterback.
Like,
My
if you could
goodness.
get that LaVisca Chenault out of wide receiver out of Colorado, I think he would be a perfect fit.
Yeah, well, that or Jefferson from LSU, right? He's a big physical wideout as well. That's
Yeah.
right in that later first round, second round time frame.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. And honestly, even if you wanted to take a risk and take one of the running backs that you have your choice of any
there you
running
go.
back here in the whole draft. You're going to go a quarterback. Probably the fourth or fifth best quarterback in the draft. What good does that do?
Dobbins.
You could go J.K. Dobbins or even Jonathan Taylor if you
Yeah,
wanted to.
either one.
They might be available second round as well.
But you're right. That all of those options make way more sense than going a quarterback and swing for the fences. That's not swinging for the fences at all.
It was one of the weirdest. I started reading this and I was like, heck yeah! All right, we're traded down. That's what I want to see. I want to see that first thing. Trade down with Miami. That would be the most perfect decision because you still get Okudah, or you could even go as Simmons if you want to do that. Like you have all of your options in front of you. You could go Derek Brown.
Look, if
the talent's there.
If we can trade down and get one of those three guys, I would be happy with that.
Yeah.
Because I want Okudah more than anything else, but those other two guys are playmakers as well, and we need help in all of those areas. So I'm okay with them if they can get more picks to acquire more talent and still get one of those three guys. That's the goal in the end.
Yeah, and I agree completely. What I also want to see is them hold pat until draft day because I don't want them to trade away that number 3 pick and something get crazy where someone trades with Washington and takes, let's say someone trades ahead of 3 to get Tua or whoever, even Justin Herbert might skyrocket. You never know.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you got Chase Young at 3 sitting there like you need to be that needs to be an option for you.
Yeah, you got to
On
wait.
draft day. So, look, I'd love to see movement, all of that good stuff, but we'll see. I mean, and it's still so early. We got a full combine free agency.
Hopefully, Young fails some sort of like drug test or something.
Yeah.
and then the
great.
Lions can scoop him up.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
We'll take him.
I'd be
legal in
down
Michigan.
for that. So you can cut the draft game music. Before we turn the page from the Lions in football here completely, Ryan, you brought up kind of discussing this pre-show is the Darius Slay. They are in talks with him. The Lions are trying to keep him on the roster and try to keep him happy too.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the report I saw showed that they were in talks for a contract extension, and also it did mention that a trade possibility is still out there.
If
so
they can't.
If the trade or if the extension talks fall through, then they're looking to trade and get assets out of them.
Yeah. And it also sounds like Slay and Okuda are already building a relationship too, which is kind of interesting.
I seriously, that is like the goal in the end, to keep the guy, the lockdown corner on the team, the veteran, and then bring in a shutdown, athletic, big, tall, physical corner to pair with him. And then we can just have the circus of cornerback for the third guy.
Yeah, you have
Aurier, you got Coleman.
Coleman in the slot will do what he does best there.
That's where he belongs.
Yeah.
And Aurier, we have some talent coming up at the same time. That would be absolute best case scenario. And then from there, you can work your defense back to the core, back to the defensive line, and address those issues through other means.
Yeah, with the free agency and stuff like that. So